rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 968, directed by Katsumi Tokoro and supervised by Shuichi Ito. As someone who's directed important TV specials and episodes for the franchise for almost its entire run, it makes perfect sense why Tokoro would be chosen for an episode that serves as one of the biggest in this flashback, even if his output in Wano specifically has been a bit here and there, much like Hosoda's. Despite that though, the preview makes it all look like the end product will turn out just fine, with a storyboard that makes it look as tightly woven as it can be with lighting and compositing that stands right next to Shuichi Ito's ever so clean correction. Combine that with the fact that we haven't even seen the tiniest bit of the scene that gives this episode its namesake, can episode 968 truly end up being the fantastic episode to remember for years to come that we all hope it will be? Let's head out to the final island and find out. This episode covers the remaining 8.5 pages of chapter 968, and therefore is fairly straightforward with its adaptation, even going as far as to keep Laugh Tale visually ambiguous like the manga did, but the pacing itself never falters due to this, and that's not due to only pacing the canon content well, but also giving us another round of solid filler. It's one thing that we actually see Toki fall ill initially, which helps that sudden moment have some build up to it, but we actually also get to see Odin interact with the Scabbards instead of giving them the cold shoulder flat out, and introducing them to his family in a moment that I'm surprised even Oda left out. And we're even treated to some extended comedy with Buggy's illness that seriously had me rolling, among other brief but powerful bits of it here and there, like Whitebeard reacting to Roger's achievement of becoming Pirate King and Shanks seeing the crew off. All these scenes work in tandem with the canon content in several different ways to really make this last voyage to the final island feel extra special and impactful, which Tokoro manages to simply nail in not just voice direction and overall execution, but also with OST choices that really get the emotions going, like placing the anime's first ending song Memories during Odin recounting the moments that took place at the final island, which caught me majorly off guard and had me crying. Overall, making for one hell of an adaptation effort all around that feels extremely solid in its own right, when lifting stuff from the pages of the manga and at the same time going the extra mile to better it and polish it, making it a much better overall experience for such a monstrous chapter of the series, and absolutely surprising me with what Tokoro is still capable of in more than just direction. With tons of scale-based compositions being aplenty and a lot of sheer character moments being peppered all throughout, Tokoro's board is all around as solid as the Auto Jackson itself and never feels like it's entering the territory that last week ventured in. Sure, if you're looking for something uber premium that tells a story through implied visuals or such, you won't really get that here. But that doesn't matter a single solitary bit when Tokoro still makes sure that every shot is in tip-top shape and well composed, as well as making the stuff that they're not allowed to show yet visually cool, like the landscapes of Laugh Tale, and them all in compositing that definitely takes its cues from the book of older One Piece with the many gray backgrounds and shining blue skies that Tokoro's used quite a bit in the past. And even he couldn't resist having some fun with it outside of his norm by using it to make Buggy's nose as he's sick comically beaming as if he's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a board that I absolutely have to give major pointers to for not really having a single shot that I'd call bad, making one that overall absolutely thrives in the more nostalgic visuals of the series past, where it really counts to add so much weight to a scene 20 plus years in the making. And when Shuichi Ito's performance as a supervisor is as strong as can be when it comes to making sure the episode looks polished, along with Akiko Sugizono finally returning to the anime after so long with her fantastic character acting spectacle with Buggy and Shanks that houses so much fun imagery like Buggy literally almost deflating when he gets sick, 968 perfectly captures the magic of One Piece full stop. When combining every aspect of this episode, you really get a sense that the staff involved truly understood the magic of this chapter and tried to absolutely make it special while still leaving things to be explored in the future with it. And from using classic OST like the first ending song to it being visually similar to past major episodes, it was the most perfect mishmash of modern and old One Piece anime episodes that I could have ever hoped for. And Tokoro truly didn't let me down. As for next week though, I'm not too sure how to feel about it. Since it's still the very start of the month, month, we don't know the staff for it just yet, but to me personally, it absolutely screams Magic Bus and Ippei Masui, but still looks pretty damn solid as far as both art and direction goes, so I'm a little confused as to where my preconceived thoughts are going. All I can hope for is that the person behind the storyboard turns out to be someone great once we get the staff lists, and that whoever will be directing it on the end of Magic Bus will be able to execute it damn well for Odin's return to Wano. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and Tokoro really does love his sunsets, doesn't he?